Thinking about booking BlueBay Villas Doradas in Puerto Plata and want all the details first? I just returned home from a week-long stay at this adults-only resort, and in this video, I'm going to share my experience as I take you for a tour of the resort grounds. Along the way, I'll share my thoughts on the food, beach, entertainment, and overall vibe to help you decide if it's the right resort for you. All right, I'm going to start the tour here in the lobby, and it's stunning. I traveled with 3 friends and we all agreed it wasn't what we expected. We had seen photos before arriving, but they really didn't do it justice. The furniture layout felt a little unusual for sitting and having conversations, but the colors, decor, and lighting fixtures were beautiful. During check-in, we were welcomed with a cocktail, and the reception staff were friendly and helpful, which was a great way to start the vacation. We didn't spend a lot of time in the lobby throughout the week, but I always enjoyed walking through it. It had a relaxed, laid-back atmosphere and made a great first impression. The desk in the lobby is where you will find customer service and also where you will go to make your a la carte reservations. Reservations are made one day at a time, so you will need to visit and speak with them each day to book for that evening. There are 3 a la carte restaurants: Chinese, Italian, and seafood. We had the chance to try all 3 during our stay, and I will be sharing more on that a little later in the video. We are now at the buffet, which is where they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My personal experience here was very positive. I don't eat breakfast very often, so I can't really comment on that meal, but I had lunch and dinner here many times throughout the week and honestly have 0 complaints. One night they had a Mexican-themed dinner, and it was fantastic. We actually had reservations at one of the a la carte restaurants that evening, but the buffet looked so good that we decided to have a little pre-dinner first. We thought everything was delicious, and if we hadn't been heading to an a la carte, we would have come back for more. We are now heading over to the theater, where they host nightly entertainment and daytime activities like bingo. During our stay, we saw a disco night, a Mexican-themed show, and a magic show that had a pretty incredible ending. Evening shows at resorts aren't really my thing, but I did enjoy the magic show. My favorite evening entertainment of the week, however, was a Spanish night performance by the pool. The music, dancing, and atmosphere made for an enjoyable evening. You'll notice that there aren't many people in this tour, and that's intentional. I filmed most of the spaces early in the morning because I prefer to avoid having people in my videos whenever possible. There are 3 pools at this resort. This is the swim-up bar pool, and it is definitely the place to hang out, meet people, and enjoy the social atmosphere. The swim-up bar staff were always friendly, and my favorite drinks here were the daiquiris. Aside from those, I'm mostly stuck to Cuba Libres. If I had to pick one area that wasn't a highlight for me, it would be the mixed drinks. They have a good variety of alcohol, but the creations themselves weren't my favorite. The swim-up bar is also where most of the daytime activities take place. During my stay, I saw dance lessons, aerobics, and various games happening throughout the day. I thought the entertainment team did a good job of keeping guests engaged. We visited at the end of May, which is considered low season, so the resort wasn't particularly busy and there weren't always a lot of people available to participate. But the staff did their best to keep the atmosphere fun and inviting. As for the pools, I found the temperature perfect in the mornings. By afternoon, after several hours of hot sunshine, they did warm up quite a bit since they aren't very deep. I also noticed that there weren't many umbrellas around the pool area. It wasn't an issue during my stay because the resort wasn't very busy, but I can see finding shade might be a little more challenging during high season. Right beside the swim up pool is the sports pool. This is where they occasionally hosted volleyball games, but I didn't see many during my stay. Most of the time, it was a quiet and relaxing area. If you're wondering about the rooms, don't worry, I have you covered. I was able to tour a few different rooms during my stay, and I'll be sharing those in a dedicated room tour video coming soon. If you enjoy resort tours and travel tips like this, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. And now for the best part, the beach. Just before heading down the path to the beach, you'll find a small shop that sells souvenirs, snacks, sunscreen, and other essentials you may need during your stay. If you're looking for even more shopping options, I'll show you how to get to a nearby mall a little later in the video. As we make our way to the beach, I'll share a few notes along the way. There are some wet areas along the path, and at first I assumed they would attract a lot of mosquitoes and bugs, but I was pleasantly surprised. I barely got bitten during my stay, and I didn't use any bug spray at all. That said, it could have been the time of year, so your experience may be different. My favorite stop along the path was this turtle pond. Every time I walked by, I found myself stopping to take a look. My overall experience here was really good. I genuinely enjoyed my visit and have already booked my next stay. I will be honest, because I'm used to going to Cuba and this was my first visit here, I was a little skeptical and played the comparison game when I first arrived. But I quickly started appreciating BlueBay Villas Doradas for its beauty and ended up really enjoying it. This is a very small resort, so everything is close by and easy to get to. It's an older property and could use some updating, but it's very clean and well kept. I tend to be drawn to older resorts because they have a certain charm, and this one lived up to that. I loved that it's adults only, and because of its size, it was really easy to meet people. It's not a party resort, it's very laid back and relaxing. They did have a couple disco nights at the beach bar and a beach party, but because the beach is away from the accommodation buildings, there wasn't much noise late at night. The food here was incredible. I honestly have nothing bad to say. And one of my favorite things about this resort is the beach bar. It overlooks the beach and is the perfect place to sit, relax, and listen to nature. My favorite thing to do each morning was grab an iced coffee here and just enjoy. Although the beach was different from what I'm used to, it's beautiful in its own way. During our stay, the water was easy to swim in, with very little wave action or undertow, and there was hardly any seaweed. It's also fantastic for long walks because the sand is packed down and flat along the shoreline, and you can walk in one direction for over an hour. And now I'm going to let you just enjoy the view of the beach. Another thing that I absolutely loved about this resort is that there are washrooms at the beach, and they were well maintained during my stay. They also have showers available for rinsing off the sand before heading back to your room. Now let's talk about the a la carte restaurants. One of the restaurants is located beside the beach bar and hosts both the Italian and seafood a la carte experiences. The Chinese restaurant is located just around the corner from the main lobby and entrance area. Of the three, the seafood restaurant was my least favorite, although I still enjoyed it. One thing to note is that lobster is available for an additional charge. My favorites were definitely the Italian and Chinese restaurants. At the Italian restaurant, they had an appetizer and dessert stations where you could help yourself, and I was so happy to see caprese salad because I absolutely love it. As for the main course, I have to recommend the four-cheese tortellini. It was incredibly rich and filling, but it was so good that I couldn't stop eating it, even though I was full. And because the resort wasn't very busy during our stay, they allowed us to visit the Chinese restaurant twice, which gave me the opportunity to try a couple of different dishes. I ended up having both the teppanyaki and the sweet and sour pork, and I really enjoyed both. But if I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be the sweet and sour pork. Another food option at this resort was the lunch buffet at the beach bar. It ran most days, and on the days it wasn't open, they had a menu available to order from. The best part? The beach bar is open 24 hours, so you can grab a snack or a drink whenever you need. Quick shout out to Pedro, Laura Lee, and Junior. Thank you for your kindness, your hard work, and for helping make this such an enjoyable stay. Also to the friends who came with me and made this experience even more special. We sure had some belly laughs. And to my new friends, Brian and Ruth, who I found out are subscribers of mine, it was so nice getting to know you and say hi in person. And a big hello as well to Mike and Stevo. Thanks to all for the laughs, the conversations, and helping make this trip one to remember. All right, now I'm going to show you how to get to the nearby mall for some extra shopping and a little change of scenery. It's just a quick and easy 3-minute walk from the resort, so I didn't want to leave it out. As you exit the resort lobby, turn right. This is also the direction of the Chinese restaurant, which is behind that stone wall. You will then follow the road for about 3 minutes and then turn right again when you see the blue building. Inside, you'll find souvenir shops, a pharmacy, and a fun music-themed bar called Señor Rock. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and happy travels.